Welcome back, devoted Days of Our Lives fans, to another electrifying edition of TV Days Drama Digest. The air in Salem is thick with intrigue, and the latest whispers swirling around Cat Green and the enigmatic John Black have set our collective hearts racing. As we gather around the metaphorical campfire of drama, we're diving headfirst into a question that's burning brighter than a DiMera vendetta. Does John Black, one of Salem's most storied figures, harbor a secret so monumental it could rewrite the very history of the town? And what role does the elusive Cat Green play in this tangled web of deception? Could she be hiding a connection to John that's been buried for decades, a secret that ties her to Shane Donovan, Sammy Brady, and a legacy of hidden truths? Buckle up, because we're about to unravel a mystery that could shake Salem to its core. The Days universe has never shied away from dropping bombshells, and the recent interactions between Cat Green, Shane Donovan, and the specter of John Black's past have fans buzzing with speculation. From Kat's cryptic familiarity with Sammy to her possible ties to John's long-ago heroics in Greece, every clue points to a revelation that could redefine family ties and unearth buried secrets. Is Cat Green merely a newcomer with a knack for stirring the pot, or is she the key to unlocking a chapter of John's life that even Marlena, his soulmate, knows nothing about? Let's peel back the layers of this deliciously dramatic saga and explore the tantalizing possibility that Cat could be John Black's long-lost daughter. Cat Green burst onto the Salem scene like a thunderstorm, her presence electrifying and her motives shrouded in mystery. With her sharp intellect, piercing gaze, and an uncanny ability to navigate the town's treacherous social landscape, Cat has proven herself to be no ordinary newcomer. But it's her interactions with key figures like Sammy Brady and Shane Donovan that have raised eyebrows and sparked a firestorm of theories. Why does Cat seem to recognize Sammy, a woman whose fiery personality and complicated history make her a cornerstone of Salem's drama? And what, if anything, does this have to do with John Black, a man whose past is as labyrinthine as the catacombs beneath the DiMera mansion? Kat's arrival in Salem was anything but subtle. She didn't just walk into town, she slithered in, cloaked in an aura of secrecy that has kept everyone guessing. Her acknowledgement of Shane Donovan as the director during John's funeral was a moment that stopped hearts, suggesting a connection to the ISA that runs deeper than anyone could have imagined. But it's her familiarity with Sammy, a woman who, despite not being John's biological daughter, carries the weight of his legacy, that has fans clutching their pearls. Could Kat's knowledge of Sammy hint at a deeper tie to John's family, one that stretches back to a time before Sammy's own tumultuous journey began? The Days writers are masters of misdirection, and Kat's every move feels like a carefully calculated step in a grand chess game. Her ability to deceive, as evidenced by her chilling impersonation of Abigail DiMera, suggests a level of training that could only come from an organization like the ISA, or perhaps from a mentor who knows the art of survival in a town like Salem. Could that mentor be John Black himself? The possibility is as thrilling as it is unsettling, and it forces us to confront a question that's been simmering beneath the surface. Does Cat know John better than she's letting on, and is she hiding a secret that could shatter his carefully constructed world? John Black is no stranger to secrets. His life has been a tapestry of reinvention, from his days as a brainwashed assassin to his role as a devoted husband, father, and ISA operative. Every chapter of John's story has been marked by sacrifice, redemption, and the unrelenting pursuit of truth. Yet, even a man as transparent as John, whose love for Marlena has been the North Star of his existence, has shadows in his past that remain unexplored. Could one of those shadows be Cat Green, a woman whose very presence in Salem feels like a ghost from a bygone era? The clue that has set the fandom ablaze lies in a piece of John's history that feels ripped from the pages of a spy novel. Years ago, in a mission shrouded in secrecy, John Black saved a woman named Katerina from the clutches of her violent father, Constantine, in Greece. The details of this operation are murky, known only through whispers and fragmented flashbacks, but what we do know is this: John risked everything to spirit Katerina away, faking her death to ensure Constantine could never find her. It was a heroic act, one that cemented John's reputation as a protector of the vulnerable. But what if there was more to the story? What if, in the heat of that dangerous mission, John and Katerina shared a moment of passion, a fleeting connection that resulted in a child? The idea that Kat Green could be the product of that long-ago affair is a bombshell that would reverberate through Salem. If true, it would make Kat the half-sister of Brady Black, Belle Black, and Paul Nerita, John's acknowledged children. It would also explain her familiarity with Sammy, who, while not biologically related to John, has been a central figure in his life for decades. The notion of Kat as John's daughter is not just a plot twist. It's a seismic shift that would redefine family dynamics and force John to confront a truth he may have buried long ago. To understand the full weight of this theory, we must travel back to that fateful mission in Greece, where John Black's path crossed with Katerina's. Picture the scene. A moonlit night in a coastal village, the air thick with danger as John, then a young ISA operative, infiltrated Constantine's stronghold. Constantine, a man whose cruelty knew no bounds, had kept Katerina under lock and key, a prisoner in her own home. John, driven by a sense of justice and perhaps a spark of something more, orchestrated a daring rescue, whisking Katerina away to safety and staging her death to throw Constantine off her trail. But what happened in the moments between the rescue and Katerina's disappearance into a new life? The day's writers have always been cagey about the details, leaving just enough ambiguity to fuel our imaginations. Could John and Katerina, bound by the intensity of their shared ordeal, have given into a moment of vulnerability? In the world of days where passion often ignites in the face of danger, it's not hard to imagine a fleeting romance blossoming between the heroic agent and the woman he saved. If Kat is indeed their daughter, her existence would be a living testament to that moment, a secret John may have kept even from himself. The implications of this theory are staggering. If Kat is John's daughter, her arrival in Salem could be no accident. Did she come to uncover the truth about her parentage, or is she acting on behalf of someone else, perhaps Constantine, who may have discovered the truth about his daughter's survival? The possibility that Kat is working a double game, playing both John and Shane against an unseen enemy, adds a layer of suspense that keeps us glued to our screens. And what of Marlena, the woman who has stood by John through every storm? How would she react to the revelation that her husband has a daughter he never knew existed? The mystery deepens when we consider Kat's connections to Shane Donovan and Sammy Brady. Shane, as the director of the ISA, is a man who thrives in the shadows, orchestrating moves that even his closest allies can't predict. His interaction with Kat at John's funeral, where she addressed him as the director, was a moment that sent shockwaves through the fandom. It wasn't just the familiarity of her tone, it was the implication that Kat is no stranger to the world of espionage. Could she be an ISA operative, trained under Shane's guidance to carry out a mission tied to John's past? Or is their relationship more personal, perhaps rooted in a shared knowledge of Katerina's fate? Then there's Sammy Brady, the firebrand whose history with John is as complicated as it is heartfelt. Sammy's recognition by Kat is a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit. Unless Kat's connection to John runs deeper than we've been led to believe. If Kat is John's daughter, her familiarity with Sammy could stem from a shared family history, even if Sammy herself is unaware of it. Sammy, after all, has always been a magnet for drama, and the idea that she might be unwittingly tied to a secret about John's past is peak days storytelling. The fan theories are running wild, and the TV Days Drama Digest team has been scouring X posts and forums to gauge the pulse of the fandom. One popular theory suggests pillaging through the archives of X. We found a heated discussion about Kat's origins, with some fans convinced that she's John's daughter, while others believe she's a Demera plant sent to stir chaos. Kat knowing Sammy and Shane? That's no coincidence, one user tweeted. She's got to be John's kid, and the writers are setting us up for a huge reveal. Another countered, no way, she's too cunning. I bet she's working for Stefano, using John's past to mess with everyone. The debate is fierce, and every new episode adds fuel to the fire. If Kat Green is John Black's daughter, the ramifications would ripple through Salem like a tidal wave. Brady, Belle, and Paul would suddenly have a new sibling, one whose arrival could dredge up old wounds and spark new conflicts. Brady, already grappling with his own demons, might see Kat as a threat to his father's legacy. Belle, ever the peacemaker, could find herself torn between loyalty to her family and curiosity about this mysterious sister. And Paul, with his own complex history with John, might struggle to reconcile this revelation with his hard-won sense of identity. Marlena, the heart of the Black family, would face an emotional crucible. Her love for John has weathered countless storms, but the discovery of a secret child could test even her legendary resilience. Would she embrace Kat as part of their family, or would the betrayal of John's silence create a rift that even their epic love story couldn't mend? And what of Chad, Abigail's husband, who has already been shaken by Kat's impersonation of his late wife? If Kat is tied to John, her actions take on an even darker hue, suggesting a personal vendetta that could upend the Demera and Devereaux families alike. As we await the next twist in this labyrinthine tale, one thing is certain: the secrets of John Black and Kat Green are far from fully revealed. The Days writers have a knack for keeping us guessing, and every glance, every cryptic word from Kat feels like a breadcrumb leading us deeper into the mystery. Is she John's daughter, the product of a long-ago love in Greece? Or is she a master manipulator, using her knowledge of John's past to further her own agenda? And how do Shane and Sammy fit into this puzzle? Their connections to Kat hinting at a conspiracy that could rival the greatest scandals in Salem's history. The TV Days Drama Digest will be watching every episode with bated breath, ready to dissect every clue and share every theory with you, our fellow fans. The truth is out there, lurking in the shadows of Salem, and when it finally comes to light, it's sure to be a moment that leaves us all speechless. So, what do you think? Is Kat Green John Black's long-lost daughter, or is she playing a deeper game? Share your theories on X, in the comments, or wherever you gather to unravel the drama of Days of Our Lives. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.